Good morning to you, and good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us. Have you ever received an email that you found to be quite irresistible? An email that you found to be quite irresistible. Well, I received one on the 28th of February. Merv, Valence has been contacted by PMI to help organise a 24-hour conference to the profit of the Turkey-Syria relief effort. As you know, we've organised a similar conference last year under the name PM4TheWorld. It was quite successful. So I'm Merv Wyeth. I'm PMI UK Director of Technology. I received this email just a month ago from Michel, and also it was sent to Guillaume Lapierre and Olivier Lazare. And it was asking us if I wanted to organise or help organise this conference, which of course I did. The idea was that the conference would take place starting today, and it would operate across 4 time zones. With the start times, a really rather confusing set of times for me, but working through in terms of 9 o'clock in Ankara, which it now is. The conference was to operate across 6 themes: panels, testimony, relief project, agility and adaptability, technical, and business and philanthropy. And in the space of a month, we've put together that conference with a magnificent set of volunteers. Now, one of the things that I found really interesting was the fact that we were in a great position to do this. You see, on the 8th of March, we ran the Women in Projects Conference for International Women's Day. And that conference, like this one, was conducted with a purpose. The conference was looking at supporting the UN Development Sustainable Goal for gender equality, goal number 5. So it seemed quite logical that we would then work with the same team, expand the team, and work towards this conference. And I'm absolutely delighted to get the opportunity to open the conference and start to introduce my friends and colleagues for you for this fantastic cause. As you can see, the layout on the screen includes a QR code at the top for you to be able to scan and donate to our charity that we're working with today. So we're working with care, and we will provide the opportunity throughout the conference to make that donation. What I want to do is really kick off the day by providing you with a message that we received from Pierre Lemaine, and Pierre is the CEO of PMI, and I think you'll find that the message is really very relevant to what we want to do today. So I shall now play the video.
Hello, members of the extended PMI global community. This word, community, holds a true meaning for all of us in times like this. I would go as far as to say that we're not just a community, but a family. And in difficult times, a family comes together. 1 year ago, we came together as a community in response to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. We continue to stand in solidarity with the Ukrainian people and to support our Eastern European members and volunteers. Now, a year later, the earthquake in Turkey and Syria has claimed the lives of more than 45,000 people. The World Health Organization estimates that 26 million people need assistance across both countries due to displacement and destruction. The scenes of destruction and displacement have been beyond horrifying. We share the pain of the Turkish and Syrian people and of our community of project professionals impacted across the region. At Project Management Institute, we understand the importance of turning ideas into reality. That's why we're determined to act in the wake of this tragedy. Over the next 24 hours, we will be raising critically needed funds to aid the humanitarian response to this disaster. But our support doesn't end there. Our chapters continue mobilizing and planning relief activities that will continue to help those impacted by the earthquake. We're also preparing activities that will give our global community opportunities to apply their project management skills for lasting social impact. To provide easy access to resources and information, we have launched a webpage for PMI communities in times of need, with links and materials to help you get involved. Thanks to our chapter empowerment program, PMI chapter leaders from anywhere in the world can now submit a Chapters in Action form to request funds to roll out initiatives that help those impacted by the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Thanks to the Hours for Impact program, we will collect stories from the PMI community as they respond to this crisis, to share experience and inspiration to other professionals who would like to be involved. I would like to encourage all of you to take the following steps if you haven't already. Contact your local PMI chapter and find out about their relief efforts. Consider volunteering your time or skills to support the relief efforts. And spread awareness about the earthquake and encourage others to support the affected communities. We have the power to make a difference. We have the skills and expertise to turn ideas into reality. And we have the passion and commitment to support one another in times of difficulty. One of our core values as an organization is together we can, and together we will. Our thoughts are with the people of Turkey and Syria during this difficult time. I want to thank all of you for taking part today. Together we can mobilize our time, talents, energy, and resources to help those in need. So let us continue to be a global family that comes together in times of crisis. Thank you.
Thank you, Pierre, for that fantastic message that you've provided us with. We will provide you with some of those links and materials that Pierre was talking about as we go throughout the day. Really, this conference, as far as I'm concerned, is to inspire, engage, equip, and mobilize current and next generation project managers and change makers to go out there and make a difference and to change the world. So that's very much what we're looking at to do today. We're going to turn ideas in reality, and we're going to do that for relief and disaster recovery in Turkey and in Syria. And we've got a lot of people and a packed program to help us actually do that. Very shortly, I'm going to bring to the stage Gaye, who is the president of PMI Turkey, and to provide us with a welcome and an introduction. So let me do that now. Gaye, I'm going to welcome you to the stage. I'll just say a little bit about you, and then the floor is yours. So you're president of PMI Turkey. I believe you're a program manager who works in the telecoms industry. And like me, you're a PMP, but you've held it rather longer than I have. And you're going to bring us a greeting today from Istanbul in Turkey. So over to you.
Thank you, Mar. Hello, everyone. Good morning from Istanbul. My name is Gaye Burkan. I am the president of PMI Turkey chapter. As you may already know, two massive earthquakes hit and affected 10 cities in Turkey and also Syria on 6 February. According to latest updates, 15,000 people have lost their lives So far, millions of people have been left homeless. There have been 11,000 aftershocks since then, which are still going on. Currently, 2 million people are living tents and temporary shelters. Life has stopped for those affected by the earthquakes in Turkey. And recovery process, I think, will take years. We are deeply saddened by this tragic disaster, and all our hearts and prayers go to the families who lost their loved ones. The PMI community, as big family, as well as some chapters, have been sending support since day one. I would like to thank you for standing in solidarity with Turkey. We can use all the support we can get to help thousands of people who are suffering. After search and rescue operations, the recovery period has just begun, which will take a long time. People in affected areas need a variety of basic items, including shelters, food, water, and so on. In the next steps, we have to meet the needs for education, permanent houses, social facilities, and work. As PMI Turkey chapter, after the earthquake disaster, we created 2 disaster coordination groups. One of them is NGOs and civil society collaboration group. We are in negotiation with the right NGOs to move forward, such as organizations that provide psychological support, organizations for children and women. Within our scope, we aim to provide support in the field of project management, such as process management and coordination. Our second project group is construction industry group. The PMI Turkey chapter CP team leads this group. The construction industry and the disaster management have become the hottest topics in Turkey. The PMI Turkey intends to prepare video series consisting of information shared by experts in order to raise awareness of disaster preparedness management. It aims to point out how to get prepared before, during, and after a disaster. What kind of preparations are needed in well-developed countries that live with the risk of disaster? What is the current situation in Turkey, and what kind of preparation process is needed? We are open to cooperation and support for both of these projects. Before I finish my speech, I would like to thank you, each and every one of you, for all your support for past weeks. Every donation you make is valuable and can save lives. We will appreciate any donation and help through this donation conference. Please join us to support relief and solidarity efforts in Turkey and also Syria. And finally, I would like to say it's a great honor to be part of PMI Global family. Thank you for attending. I wish you a lovely day, and I am now leaving the stage tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gay, for that. Absolutely fantastic to hear from you and to hear your story. And one of the things I wanted to pay tribute to, the last, the 2 International Women's Day that we had, Turkey were absolutely very, very strong supporters, not only in supporting us from the stage and in sessions, but also in helping with the organization. One of the things that is really heartening is to see the feedback that we've got from you. I recognize a lot of friends there. Hi, Franco, over there in Milan, in Italy. We've got Etso in Turkey, in Japan, Binta, quite close to me, Sari in the UK, Singapore, Anika's in Dubai. We are very much that global community or family that Pierre reminded us about. So do please keep the messages coming in chat. Also, what I wanted to tell you about was the way in which we're organized, which gives you maximum interaction. So we're operating on this all-in-one event platform called Hopin. We like to think that we can make the stage really professional for you so that you can appreciate the inspirational speakers and panelists that will talk to you and the stories that we'll bring to you via video. But you've also got the opportunity to interact in the networking people area. And we really, really do want to encourage you to spend time in there during our planned breaks, some of 10 and some of 15 minutes. There's plenty of time to meet people in there and make new connections. One of the great things that you can do in there is pop into networking, press the button, and you will then meet whoever you're supposed to meet, a bit of serendipity, and you can have a 3-minute FaceTime conversation. So, if you like matchmaking or speed dating for project managers, but I've found it to be a really, really useful way of meeting others. So I'd really encourage you to do that. Clearly, you can send your comments and your questions via chat to the stage. We'll look through them and we'll make sure that we get those questions to speakers and also to the panelists that we've got organised for you. You can direct any message to anyone in Hopin so you can connect with our speakers, send them a connection request, invite them to a separate video call, or you can even schedule meetings with up to 20 guests. We really, really, really want you to increase your professional network while you're here with us today. I see Guillaume's here. I know you're joining us from Canada. You've got that third set a little later on. It's really, it's the middle of the night for you. And a lot of you have been as dedicated to make that happen. We will be thanking volunteers as we go throughout the day. I want to pay particular tribute to Jose, who's worked night and day to school us in how we should use the Hopin platform and the stage. So thank you to you. Massive, massive thanks for getting us underway. For all our stage managers today, for our MC, and also our master scheduler. Scheduling is really, really important to project managers. Martin Bertram has been an extraordinary scheduler, and I think you'll see we'll all be in the right place today as we go on through. So special thanks to Martin, and as we go through the day, the other organisers, Michelle, Guillaume, Olivier, you'll get to meet. So I've mentioned about the donation where CARE is our partner. I'm just going to put up a ticker that will then remind you of CARE and how you can donate. We really would like to make a start on that. We're going to remind you during each of the intervals when we play story, and we've got our QR code at the top. Let me just give you a little bit more information about how we're organised over the next 24 hours. Yes, it's 24 hours. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So the first 6-hour group, block, region is focused on EMEA, on Europe, and Turkey will take the lead on that one. Then at 1 o'clock BST later today, and you do the maths in terms of the time, we're focused on Europe for another 6-hour block. After that, we then move across to the Americas and a 6-hour block there that will be led by Guillaume, and then to bring us home in East Asia and Oceania, a session that will be led by Jürgen. So that's the way overall we're going to work, and then in each of those particular groups, then we're going to have an MC who will walk us through that. So very shortly, we're going to take a break. I hope Ertuğrul is ready, because I'm going to bring him on as MC just to say hello and to give us a feel about how that first session is going to work. So Ertuğrul, let me bring you to the stage and give you the opportunity to say hello and how this first group is going to work.
Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to our charity conference. Our first session will start with the panel, and it will take 80 minutes with 4 panelists and the host. After that, we will have 10 minutes break, networking and break session. And after the break, we will start with our speakers. Today, in first group, we will have 5 speakers. End of each speaking session, we will again have breaking and networking session. It will take 10 minutes. So I would also like to tell about the speaking session. All sessions 40 minutes. And end of each session, we will have a chance to speak with speakers. You can ask any questions you would like to. And you can also text the chat box, and we will read it and we will ask them to speakers. So welcome again. We are appreciated. It's really great support to victims in Syria and Turkey earthquake. So I wish a good conference for all of us. So see you soon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Sorry about springing that on you as a little bit of a surprise. What we're going to do then is we're going to move into that break. We're going to get ourselves set for that panel session, and we'll be back broadcasting in just a moment. And just to remind you in terms of what you can do with the break, let me just change the background. I'll get off screen and then we'll be back very shortly.